What's up, everybody? Trying to make this stop moving. Okay. All right. I wanted to share something with everyone. A beautiful Christmas present that our family received this year for Christmas. A good friend of mine, one of my oldest friends, besides my sister, named Ray Davis, Ray Rogers Davis. I call her Ray Ray if anybody knows who I am. And we grew up together in Memphis, Tennessee. Me and Ray have been friends since I was 3 years old. And we grew up on the same block together in Memphis. And we grew up all up through middle school, high school, even after I moved from Memphis to Heber Springs. We were best friends. We lost contact there for a little while when I was in college, and she was in college, and we got reunited because of my sister. And our families have stayed close, so close. Me and Ray don't always agree on some stuff in life, but we have always been unconditional best friends. Her son, Andy, who is very close to our family and is best friends with both of my boys, he wrote an essay. There's a essay that is sponsored by the Knights of Columbus every year in South Haven, Mississippi, where they live. And Andy wrote an essay this year. The essay prompt was, in an essay of 500 to 700 words, discuss how trusting in God during a difficult time has helped you or someone you know find the strength to hope to endure it. Consider especially those times when it was a challenge to understand when something was happening. Consider also sharing any lessons about faith and hope you or someone you know may have learned from this experience. And then it has a Bible quote at the end. It says, though you have not seen him, you love him. Even though you do not see him now, you believe in him and are filled with the inexpressible and glorious joy. Peter 1:8. And this was sent to me. I'm going to read it to you. This was sent to me in the mail along with a Christmas card from her family. Andy is 13 years old, has a heart of gold, and I just want y'all to hear what he wrote. So he said, having faith is very difficult, especially because we have to believe in something we can't see. It is especially hard to keep my faith in God during tough times, such as when an amazing person who is really nice suffers. I feel like bad things happen all the time to people who inspire me. My mom grew up with a guy named Mike. In middle school, Mike moved to Arkansas, but he and my mom kept in touch. When I was 3 years old, Mike had a son named Keegan. When he was a year old, Keegan was diagnosed with a type of cancer called ependymoma. Ependymoma is a rare cancer that is usually found in the brain. When he was diagnosed with ependymoma, the doctors told Keegan's parents that he wouldn't be able to walk or talk. However, because he is a fighter, Keegan proved them wrong. During his life, Keegan had 86 surgeries. He had to spend months at a time at Arkansas Children's Hospital. He also took medications that affected his energy and how he felt. He would have small seizures and would have bad headaches, and they made him go through a lot of pain with the medication. I can't imagine what he was going through. Although he was suffering physically, Keegan was full of joy. He hugged everyone he saw. He was so happy to see us when we would visit. Playing with him just put a big smile on my face. I can still remember his soft hands and how he would grab my hand and take me to look at his toys. I've had a lot of good memories with Keegan. Mike used to shave Keegan's head before his surgeries, and Keegan would lose his hair from his treatments. once we were at miniature golf course, once we were at a miniature golf course, and he looked up at my mom and said, "Look, I got hair. I got eyebrows." Eyebrows is what Keegan would call his eyebrows. He said that's what he put here. He said that's how he pronounced eyebrows, eyebrows. Another time, right after one of his surgeries, his mom sent us a video of him telling my family members and me that he loved us. I have watched that video over and over, and every time I do, I cry. Keegan was 8 years old when he died. I remember when I found out, my mom and I sat on the couch and cried our eyes out. At the funeral, all I could think about was why God would take away this boy who had done nothing to hurt anyone. Keegan's death made me question a lot of things. In school and in Mass, I learned that God has a plan for everyone. Even though I still don't understand his plan for Keegan or anyone else, I have to trust in God. Instead of questioning God, I try to focus on the real miracle, which was how Keegan lived for a long time, even though he was really sick. Also, being Keegan's friend made me a better person and taught me to be nice and loving to others no matter what I was going through. So that's Andy's essay. And I know that Christmas can be hard for a lot of families. We have a lot of friends who have lost family members, including children, with this battle of cancer. And Christmas and Thanksgiving, the holidays, are always the hardest. Even though you try to prepare for them, it doesn't get any easier. But for one, Keegan always continues to surprise us, and this was a awesome surprise yesterday for this coming in the mail and us being able to see how much of an impact he had on this 13-year-old boy who was definitely one of Keegan's best friends. And it just reminds me that he's still there watching over us. And we love you so much, Andy, and the heart that went into this paper. Your mom told me this was a competition, and if you didn't win, you won in my book, buddy. So it's kind of funny because at the very end it says that Bible quote says, "are filled with inexpressible and glorious joy." Well, I am very inexpressible right now. It is hard for me to express how I feel with this. But I know that my family and Robin's family have enjoyed this essay. We love you guys so much, and we miss Keegan all the time, not only at Christmas, but we are also reminded that he is around all the time. And that, last night in candlelight service, we learned, one of the things that they were talking about, so we were reminded that that our body is just a temporary place for us on earth. And as hard as it is to understand that sometimes and understand why somebody like Keegan is gone so quickly, even though he's 8 years, it seems so quickly. When there's other people on this earth that are a lot meaner and worse off. But I thank God for the time that we had with him and the amount of joy that he brought into our family, the people that got to experience him, the joy that he brought into people's lives every day. I know people that talk about him all the time, and there's people that bring him up every now and then, and they talk about, how they still are affected by him daily. And so it just fills my heart with joy when I hear that kind of stuff. So with that being said, I'm not going to make this a super long video because I could talk forever about Keegan. I just wanted to tell Andy that we love you so much, man, and we are so proud of the young man you are turning into. And you guys have fun where you guys are. I'm not going to give your location because I don't know if people know where you are. But we love you guys so much, and Merry Christmas and have a Happy New Year. We will be seeing y'all soon. Thank you once again for sharing this with us. I don't know if you got to see this or not live, but I think your mom said she would play it back for you, buddy. So anyway, we love you, and we will be in touch soon. All right, y'all, everybody that watched, thanks. And y'all have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year also. Love y'all. Mwah.